Hey everyone. For this week, we were looking at two contemporary artists that were inspiring us to do a portrait of a family member. I hope you had a chance to see the slides and see some of the work by the artists Kehinde Wiley and Amy Sherald. Both of them were artists that were chosen to paint the portraits of former President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle Obama. And I hope that those portraits definitely inspired you to pick a family member that you could spend some time working on, observing, and then drawing. So your two choices were to have a family member sit in front of you and you could draw from observation. And the other option was take a photograph and then draw from that photograph. So I'm going to turn the camera and show you a finished work that I made in my first demo video on Monday, and I added some to it. So I'm going to show you that now. It's a finished piece, and talk a little bit about the techniques that I used. All right. So this is the finished portrait that I made of my son, Jackson. I chose to take a photograph of him and then draw him sitting in a pose similar to Barack Obama and his portrait, which was also sitting in a chair. A couple things that I did after the last video was I outlined the shapes and the ovals that I used for making his arms, his legs, his body, his head. I outlined those with Sharpie. After I outlined them with Sharpie, I added some details into the face. Um, and then I took an eraser and I erased all the pencil lines. So that's a really good idea because when you're drawing with pencil, you can erase if you make mistakes, but then outline with marker makes it a little more sharp. Um, and then the next thing that I did was really get in there with color. I just use crayons for this. Markers are fine. If you got some paints laying around, that'd be an awesome thing to do. And then finally, I wanted him in a position that was a little challenging. The legs were probably the most challenging, like how they bend and how they extend out of the chair. But then the other thing that you should be thinking about is the environment. So I just went with a really simple polka dot pattern. It didn't take too long, and it filled up all this space, what we call the negative space around the portrait. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you guys have some success with working with a family member, somebody that you love, somebody that may live in the house with you, um, and would love to see your work. So when you turn it in, be sure to post a photo so I can leave some comments um, and suggestions. All right. Hope you guys stay crafty and talk to you next time.